I can show you a film, shining, shimmering, okay. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart act? I can open your eyes, take you under to Babbitt, over, sideways and under, on a magic carpet ride. A whole new film, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell you no, but where to go and say that you're only dreaming. Yeah, this is Aladdin. G'day little nippers and welcome to the show! So, as you might have guessed, we are doing our first Disney remake today, and it's one of my old favourites as a hatchling, Aladdin. The story, as if you haven't heard it before, is about a plucky young street rat named Aladdin stealing food with his friend Abu the monkey to survive. And the remake actually does a pretty good job at introducing him for the first time. Hello, Jasmine, weren't you guys supposed to meet at the start of the middle section? And you're now overlapping Aladdin's introduction? Huh? Well, this is going to be easy for people to follow who haven't seen Aladdin before, isn't it? Seriously? We scarcely know Aladdin's character before they throw another one at us. In the original, we actually got to see some of Aladdin's character, about how he cared for others, and yes, they do show a little of it in this version, but it's rushed out so fast because Jasmine's here that we forgot it as soon as we saw it. But okay, let's talk about Jasmine. In the original, she was rebellious, brave, doesn't want a responsibility as princess, kind to others, and wants to marry for love.
I want it to be for love.
Here, she's rebellious, outspoken, has 2 additional numbers that she sings, doesn't want to get married at all.
What can be?
I'm a fast learner.
And wants to be Sultan? Firstly, that's the equivalent of a princess wanting to be king. It's Sultana. That's the female equivalent of Sultan. Sultana, like the fruit. And yes, okay, I'd be lying if that wasn't a good thing. We see a princess who actually wants to take more responsibility, a more responsible role for a change, rather than the default,
I want more.
But I feel she's trying a bit too hard with Jasmine. Just like in my Emmy-winning song at the beginning, I felt like she acted more with her head that she thought should be Jasmine, rather than what she felt in her heart should be Jasmine. But again, just as we barely get to know her, we move on to Jafar. Ah, great! In the original, he was cunning and evil and could get a laugh, yet still appear despicable, and we loved him for it. He was evil and clever and adorable, fresh-faced, handsome. Wait a minute. This is Jafar? This guy? Evil, cunning, fresh-faced lead man material. Okay, yeah, I really do not like the casting choice for this one, guys. Could you have chosen someone a bit more evil? And not just that, the finale at the end is rushed with him. In the original film, it was a big battle with a snake and a genie. Here it just goes straight to the genie and he's imprisoned. Nothing I felt was really risked. And it's kind of funny, in the live action version, he actually kills people, yet still appears to me non-threatening. In the original, he did not kill a soul, minus that guy at the beginning, but was still more of a threat than the guy who's actually playing him in the live action. Something is clearly wrong with that when the animated one is more threatening than the real one, and I personally think it was the casting. Then we come on to the bane I was dreading in this movie. Will Smith as the genie. And actually, he was okay. His comic timing and comedy were point on, and I bought that he was actually a genie. Maybe not the genie perhaps, but certainly okay. I still stand by what I said though, and the design of Will Smith as the genie is just ugly, really awful design, like Sonic. The reason is they are trying too hard to be the original, and guys, you just aren't. I would have felt better if you kept Will's genie design as the normal non-blue version. I personally thought that one was better. Hey, if you're going to do a remake, you might as well remake it. Don't be a carbon copy. Stop trying so hard, all of you. And that, I feel, sums up the movie as a whole. Trying too hard. While it is a lot more enjoyable than I originally thought it would be, I felt every character in this, even Aladdin, was trying too hard. Trying too hard with the acting, the dancing, the shots, the CGI, and the timing. Even though the original was only 90 minutes, it felt like a long time. This film is over 2 hours, and yet still manages to seem rushed. I feel like things that lifted the movie were acceptable, and made good entertainment, and even got a few laughs out of me now and then. But then, the baddest bits I felt made the film seem somehow dragged out, yet rushed at the same time, if that's even possible. Genie's design, the head not heart acting from Jasmine, and the casting from Jafar were the worst aspects about this film. However, the creative colours of Agrabah, the comedy, the sets, the story layout, all were the best bits. You know what? I score this film 7 out of 10 Croc points. With Will Smith's comedy and the story I felt rushed at times, still gave me an enjoyable outcome at the end. And for that, I feel that this is one of the better Disney remakes. I really do believe that. Take care, little nibbers. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and, if you can, support me on Patreon. See you in a while, crocodiles! Yeah, I could only find a magic towel, and it's not going anywhere. We're doing Aladdin.